Hi everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Finds. I'm your host, Lexi Romano, and I am so excited to be in the gorgeous Mountain Shadows Resort. Now, we are in this beautiful room here that is so luxurious and modern. I love the style here. But you also probably know the space from their iconic poolside views. It's so wonderful to come here for a staycation, or even if you're from out of town, this is one of the premier spots to stay in Scottsdale. Or you can even just come in, sit at the bar, get a drink, hang out. Absolutely go check them out at mountainshadows.com to see all those deals they're always doing. But now to get to the lady of the hour, I am here with Melanie from Wild Heart Life. Thank you so much for chatting with me today, Melanie.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So something about you that is so cool. You do something that's really, really unique. So tell me about Wild Heart Life and what exactly it is.
In essence, it is a framework. You could call it a scientific blueprint that combines science and spirituality to take a person from thinking that they are their past or their parents or their failures or this crap, right?
Yeah.
And truly bringing them to a place of wholeness.
Wow.
And to not be this plaything in the game of life, but to actually be a co-creator and to create what it is that they want. I like to look at myself more of a mentor, a guide, somebody that can't do the things for you, but that will hold your hand and walk the path side by side.
And so many people need that, right? So many people can't kind of get out of their own way.
Oh yeah.
So tell me about the people that you work with.
Yeah.
Who are your ideal clients?
Yeah, I work with both men and women. They're typically 35 and up. It's usually life has kind of kicked their butt a little bit. They've gone through some things and they've come to a place where they're like, I guess I just don't know it all anymore. And so it's like a place of stuckness, if you will.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you kind of help them get into that next phase, into that phase where they can feel more complete and more whole.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'd say 95% of the people that work with me do have some kind of toxic, unhealthy relationship in their life, whether it's with their family, romantic. I mean, typically if it shows up in one part of your life, it's going to show up in all parts.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's so true. But what I really want to know is what got you into this? Take me back. How did you start doing all of this?
Yeah, that is a really long story, so we won't get into all of that.
Sure.
But I grew up in a really dysfunctional upbringing. I didn't have my dad for a good portion of my life, although now he's in my life and we have a beautiful relationship. I had 6 stepdads by the time I was 21.
Wow.
So it was just a revolving door of men, and I didn't understand it at the time, of course, but now after I'm on the other side of this, like I can reflect back and know why I made the choices I did.
Sure.
I didn't trust the masculine because he showed me I couldn't count on him, right? Because he just kept coming in and out, and you don't really understand that's what's happening because it's subconscious.
Right.
You could say, no, I don't, I'm not my mother and I'm not my father, but you will find, and I found in myself and I find in my clients, you're repeating the same patterns as you saw. So like working with me, it's like a reboot. It's like a bad, old computer, not bad, you know what I'm saying, old computer that just doesn't function anymore and doesn't serve you,
right? Doesn't function the way that it was built to function.
Yes.
And it needs somebody to kind of tweak it and get it back into tip-top shape.
Yes.
So Melanie, tell me what you have coming up.
Yeah, of course. So my signature program is called Kings and Queens. So I teach men how to become kings and women how to become queens, so then they can attract their king or queen. And it is literally an ABC XYZ blueprint, beginning to end, complete mind, body, soul transformation.
You help people to become, you use this term in your practice, the one. For maybe somebody else or maybe just for themselves. Walk me through that process of becoming the one.
For all the above, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always say, if you want to find the one, you have to first be the one. You got to be that person first. So it's all about falling in love with you. What are you doing to be good to you? Are you looking in the mirror telling yourself what a piece of crap you are on a daily basis? Or are you you know what, you're awesome. You did so good today. You did your best. Are you celebrating your wins or are you just knocking yourself down all day, every day? And so when you become the one, that's how you attract the one.
Wow, that is so true and that's so real. And I think so many people need everything that you just said, and that's why you do what you do, because you come alongside people and help them get there. So for everybody out there who's like, oh my gosh, I need somebody to help me get there. I can't get there on my own. I've been trying, but I'm just not there yet. How do they work with you? How do they find you?
Yeah, you can find me in a lot of places, but I'll just make it really easy. The name of my company is The Wild Heart Life, so thewildheartlife.com.
Perfect.
You can find me in all things social is Melanie Verstraete.
I love it.
I do virtual workshops. I have a podcast.
Oh, amazing.
It's
I love that.
Well, I can't actually say on TV what it's called, but it's called Silence the Poop Talker. You fill in a blank with a swear word.
Okay. I love that. We all need some of that real love, that real talk sometimes. So I love that. I'll absolutely have to listen to that. And definitely, you guys, go check out Melanie. Find her on her Instagram, find her on her social. Listen to that podcast. Melanie, thank you so much for chatting with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.